Alright guys, how's it going? This is Thin Lizzy, the boys are back in town. Sort of like the main riff, the cool riff, the meaty riff, that riff. I heard this tune on the radio at work a few days ago and I was like, oh my god, I remember that riff. It's awesome and I should relearn that, and then whilst I'm doing that I should teach it as well. So here it is. On the D string you're going to play the 6th fret twice. And hammer onto the 8th fret. You're going to be doing that a lot, by the way. So yeah, you do that and then you play the 5th fret on the G string twice, and on the 2nd note you vibrato it. Okay, on the tab, like, there's a little squiggly line to show you where you need to do the vibratos. They just sort of make the tune sort of sound like how it should, or just make it sound good. Like with feel, you know. Right, so like this, and then you end on the 6th fret of the D. So I think there's some piss heads outside my window, but just ignore that. So yeah, you do that and then you play it again, so twice. Right, and then you do the 6th fret twice on the D string, hammer onto the 8th fret, and then play the 5th fret on the G, and then the 8th fret on the G, and then the 6th fret on the D. So all together. Right, and then to end that whole thing you do the 6th fret on the D, hammer onto the 8, and then you do the 5th fret on the G, and then the 6th fret on the G 4 times. So, and then 5th fret on the G, and then 8th fret on the D, and then on the G 5th fret, and then lastly 6th fret on the D. So all together slowly. Okay, so that's sort of like part 1. So learn all of that so you don't get confused, or you can literally just learn that if you want, whatever. And then this is sort of like part 2. So you do that sort of like, you know, the intro thing, like, well, I'll tell you. 6th fret on the D string twice, hammer onto the 8th, and then you play the 5th fret twice on the G, and then end on the 6th fret of the D. So yeah, you do that, and then you do the 6th fret on the D, hammer onto the 8 again, and then 5th fret on the G, 8th fret on the G, and then you end on the 6th fret of the D. So like this. Right, and then the very last bit, you do the 6th fret twice on the D, hammer onto the 8th, 5th fret on the G, and then 6th fret 4 times on the G, and then 5th fret on the G, and then 8th fret and 6th fret on the D. So that second half all together. Right, so I'll play that all again, like the whole thing for you. Right, if you want to sort of then like loop that riff, so basically everything I just played and then play it again, instead of ending on sort of like the root note, so instead of ending on that dun, like what you do is this. Right, so when you get to that 8th fret on the D, before you play the very last note, the 6th fret, when you get to this 8th fret, just play the G, 5th fret, and then 6th fret on the D. So, and then it starts to repeat. Okay, you'll know what I'm talking about when you play it, especially if you know the track. I mean, I haven't actually listened to the track in a while, but I know that is, you can just tell that that's how it works. And like, I'm really bad with feeling like rhythm and stuff. So like, if I can't actually write music in a time signature. I have to sort of score it, like, so write it out, and then look at it and be like, okay, I've got too many notes to fit in the bars, I've got to get rid of some to fit it in the time signature. So I'm really bad with stuff like that, because I can't tell like how many times I need to play something for it to be in time with whatever time signature I'm in. But when you play the riff, it's so sort of like catchy and like well done. You can tell like how it's supposed to go. So yeah, like you'll be all good. I'll play you the whole thing again. Let's do it. Okay, I hope that lesson's been cool. Check out the tab so you don't get like lost with that. You know, I'm just here to basically just verbally tell you what to play. Personally, I'd probably get lost because, you know, I can't stay here forever making sure everyone learns each note for like 10 hours. So yeah, check out the tab, listen to what I'm saying. I hope this has been cool. Let me know what you want to hear or whatever, I don't know. What, you know, we'll think of something. And yeah, like take care guys, all the best, and thank you for watching. God bless.